Ladies and gentlemen, dear authorities and guests, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us now for the FIBA U16 Women's Americas Championship 2023 official draw. This edition also gathers the best A team now with from the U16 women's national team as they go for goal to become champions of the Americas in the age category. As said before, these competitions could not have been brought to you without the effort of the Mexican National Federation and the president, Dr. Modesto Robledo. Also to a special gratitude to the city of Yucatan and its commitment to host these key youth competitions. With this noted, let us review the participating teams. From the North America, Canada, and the United States. From Central America and the Caribbean, the CONCACAF region, we have 3 participating teams, República Dominicana, Mexico, y Puerto Rico. Lastly, representing CONCACAF, we have Argentina, Brazil, and Colombia. Before we start the draw, the following are the draw principles and the corresponding pots for this event. Similar to the men's competition, you can see on my right, 4 pots of 2 spheres each. The teams have been sorted in accordance with the current youth Nike World Rankings. In addition to the pots of the team pots, we have 2 more pots that will contain the group and the position numbers, which will define the assigned group and the matches for the games during the group phase. Now let's review the draw process. We will begin by selecting a sphere from pot number 1, followed by the assigned group and position sphere from pot A. We will then continue the process by selecting the remaining sphere from pot 1 and its matching group spot from pot now B. This process will continue as we assign the teams from pot 2, 3, and 4 and their allocations in group A and B as per the spheres in pots A and B. The draw will conclude once all the teams has been slotted into the 2 groups, along with the number that defines their assigned position during the competition. Finally, let's recap the pots. In pot number 1 to my right, the number 1 and 2 ranked teams within the region, United States and Canada. In pot number 2, Puerto Rico and Argentina. Pot number 3, Colombia and Brazil. Pot number 4, Dominican Republic and the host, Mexico. Now that everything is ready, we want to introduce once again our 2 draw assistants, Matias and Ricardo, who will help decide the path of our qualified teams. Thank you both for joining us this evening. With the process and structure already set and our draw assistant ready, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin the draw. Matias, let's start with pot number 1. We remind the attendants that the first team that will be selected from pot 1 will go to group A. Group A for the first team, and that is the United States. So United States will be in group A. Now it's time to select the number that will be assigned to the United States for scheduling purpose. This number will define the order of the games for each of the teams during the group phase. It's A2. A2 for United States. Now we go back to pot number 1 to select the last sphere within the pot. Now this team will go to group B. It's Canada. Canada goes to group B. So United States, group A, Canada in group B. Now Ricardo will help us out with a sphere from pot B. This will provide a number for scheduling purposes for Canada. It's B4. So B4 for Canada. We already have A2 for United States. Now we move to pot number 2. Pot number 2, we have Puerto Rico and Argentina. So Matias. The first team is selected will go to Group A. Similar process will go around all the 4 team pots. And the team that will join the United States is Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico will join the United States in Group A. Now it's time to take the number that will be assigned to Puerto Rico. A3. So number 3 for Puerto Rico. Final sphere in pot number 2. This team will go to Group B. Argentina. Argentina will play alongside Canada in Group B. Let's continue now with the numbers pot. Pot B. So it's B3. B3 for Argentina. We're halfway through. United States and Puerto Rico in Group A. Group B, we have Argentina and Canada. It's now time to move to pot 3. Matias will select the sphere. This sphere or this team will go to Group A and join United States and Puerto Rico, and it's Colombia. So Colombia joins United States and Puerto Rico in Group A. We now move to pot A to select the number for Colombia during the group phase. And the number is A4. A4 for Colombia. A4 for Colombia. One more team remaining in pot number 3. And as we said before, Brazil will go to Group B. Group B for Brazil. Final number for Brazil in pot B. It's B1. B1 for Brazil. That leads to the final pot number 4, where we have Dominican Republic and the host Mexico. So Matias, select the sphere, and the sphere that will go to Group A. And it is Mexico. So Mexico will play Group A with United States, Puerto Rico, and Colombia. Final sphere from pot A. There is only one possibility. And it is A1, of course. So A1 for Mexico. Final sphere from pot 4. You have only one team remaining and one possibility. And that is for La República Dominicana. Dominican Republic will play in Group B with Brazil, Argentina, and Canada. Let's select the final number. There's only one possibility. And it's B2. B2 for the Dominican Republic. Now that the path to the FIBA U16 Women's Americas Championship is set, and the dates and venue ready for June 13 to the 19th, 2023, let's recap one more time the results. Group A, Mexico, United States, Puerto Rico, Colombia. And Group B, Brazil, Argentina, República Dominicana, y Canadá. We want to take this opportunity to thank one more time all the NF presidents, all the representatives, anyone in attendance during this important event for our youth basketball. We hope to see you soon in Merida for this significant events of our region's youth basketball. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.